So the grind don't stop, according to CICELY. ATC on top, according to CICELY. Gotta drop some.
What's up, ATC gang? Welcome back to another video. So I don't even know where to start, right? Okay, so let's just do a little bit of backstory. So for whatever reason, when I am traveling, out of state, sometimes we go to Baltimore because if you've been following me long enough, I used to live there, right? I went there following my man, whole story. But anyway, so it's something about when I go back to Baltimore, people hit me. Like my car is just like, I was in 2 car accidents last year. Like I'm confused what's going on. So the good side of that was that I got 2 checks. So we're going to talk about what I did with the most recent one, with my second check. So it was my birthday, probably 2 weeks ago. And I'm sitting around with, close to $20,000. And I said, Cicely, it's a Louis Vuitton purse that's calling my name. I've been wanting some new furniture. I want a new bed. My kids need some new Jordans. All the little ghetto dreams that you have when you get some money. Okay, no offense to nobody because I said ghetto. If you that sensitive, we got bigger problems. Anyway, so like I said, I had all these big ghetto dreams about how I'm gonna spend my money. So let's get into how I did it. All right, so as y'all saw, I had like so much fun. And I feel like one of the things I said I wanted to do, we didn't do. Instead of going to the casino, we went shopping to go get a bag. Because let me tell you, my mom T, like they say on Housewives of Atlanta, my mama aunt, she said, Cicely, can I tell you something? So I already knew she was about to get on me, right? But I had to be respectful. And I'm like, yes, what's going on? Yes, ma'am, what's going on? What you gotta tell me? You're not supposed to have all those keys dangling on the side of that bag like that. Okay, my keys don't fit in my purse. So knowing me, if I get to talking or I'm with my kids and I'm in a store, I'm gonna leave my keys. I'm gonna put them down somewhere. So why not just clip them to the side of my bag? Apparently, you're not supposed to do that. And to make matters worse, like my little cousin would say, to add insult to injury, her husband was like, yeah, it's a time and a place. You're not supposed to have all that stuff on the bag. So apparently I was making my bag look a little, hood, a little ghetto, a little whatever. I was lowering the value, whatever. But I'm like, look, my keys won't fit in the bag. So what y'all want me to do? What do y'all want from me? This is my new favorite bag. It cost me a lot. And I saved up. And I'm proud of my bag. So I'm going to wear that bag, until the wheels fall off. But it's something about when, elderly people older than you. I always say, if you are the wisest person in your circle, you need to make the circle a little bit bigger. And so what I started to realize about myself, it's something about when my mom T says something, it sticks. And so I'm walking through the mall later with my other aunt. We didn't go to the casino. And I'm like, you know what? All I could hear while I'm walking through the mall is the sound of, imagine when you in class in middle school, elementary school, and you can hear 2 things. You can hear the principal's high heels clacking down the hallway, and you can hear the keys jingling. And so as I'm walking through the mall, all I can hear are the freaking keys jingling on the side of my purse because they're on the side of my bag, okay? So I was like, you know what? It's time to get it right. I'm grown now. Okay? So it's my birthday. Let's go get an everyday bag because my uncle done agreed with my mom T that I was, lowering the value of my bag and I need an everyday bag because apparently the Louis Vuitton wallet on purse, what's it called? Wallet on purse? Wallet on chain bag, that's not an everyday bag. So we go to Michael Kors and one thing leads to the next. and I get a bag, and then I get a wallet, and then I wanted another wallet, so my mama bought me the other wallet. Oh yeah, I gotta update y'all on some things. So, you know, some family, the family is family, and okay, we back on one accord. Awesome. We're gonna have to have a transparent Tuesday video, because y'all, we on a whole nother level right now. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. So anyway, so my mama got me a wallet that I really wanted, so that I could go in the stores with just the wallet or whatever and not have to worry about the bag. And then while I was in there getting that, my boyfriend was like, I see you eyeballing that watch. Don't you want to watch? And he said something like, do you want the watch now, or do you want it at Christmas time? Something like that. Now or in 6 or 7 months. I want it now. Hello. So I, you know, went back and forth for a while, and I ended up getting a watch. It's the watch band. So hopefully I was able to, you know, show y'all earlier in the earlier clips, but I love my freaking stuff. So yeah, that was that. Now let's get to the important stuff, right? So that was really no money. So, because I know you probably like, how did you spend the $13,000? That's not no money, because my little purses and all that stuff, those were gifts. So I figured it was time to, like my mama says, put on my big girl panties and be mature. I wanted to become debt free, because I'm on the road to fixing my credit. My ultimate goal is to become a homeowner, if at all possible. And if we get there through the specific journey that I'm taking, y'all already know I'm going to take y'all on a journey with me, because I know the information can be useful to somebody else. But for all of y'all who are probably like, what journey? What's she talking about? So there's a program where, because I have sickle cell, I am able to get assistance to pay my mortgage. And I'm talking about, they're going to help me pay my mortgage for 30 years. But it's on me to qualify, and they don't make it easy. So you got to have a 660 credit score. You have to have 3% of the purchase price of a home. And where I live, on the low end, like the low end, the cheapest house you're gonna get is $300,000. Okay, and that could be a condo. So I gotta have like $9,000 in savings just for that, and I gotta have 6 months. They want you to have 6 months of escrow. They want you to have, say you pay your mortgage, right? They want you to have that money, whatever it costs, times 6 in an escrow, in a savings account. So they make these stipulations kind of, you know, not easy to achieve. If you want something, you're going to have to work for it. And so on my journey to getting there, I had to become debt free, y'all. So my car note, let me just break this down so you see how big of a deal it is. My car note was $475. When I lived in Baltimore, because people like to steal, take somebody else's car insurance is high. So by the time I'm paying car note and car insurance, I'm shelling out $800 a month. Now, when I got this big lump sum from my car settlement, I said, Cicely, it's time to become debt free. So what I did was I took $10,000, because I was trying to figure out what's the best way to raise my score. Because if y'all ever watched that Instagram live that I did, I may have to do it again. But basically somebody, and if you're watching this, shame on you, put a car in my name. I had a 703 credit score. And they put a car in my name, like I co-signed. I didn't co-sign, but they said I co-signed or whatever. They didn't pay it. And so that lowered my credit by 100 points. A year ago, I had a 703 credit score. Couldn't tell me nothing. I had never had a credit score that high. So I was on cloud 9, right? And then that one thing, I lost over 100 and something points. So this was my road to recovery. So I took $10,000 and I said, should I spend the next 2 to 3 to 4 months just putting the money in an account and paying every, you know, on time, paying a little bit more than the 475 car note, paying maybe 600, because part of your credit score, is your payment history. Like, do you pay on time? So I said, do I do that? Or do I just go ahead and wipe the slate clean and give these people $10,000? When I tell y'all, they took me through hell to pay that $10,000 because I had to do it through Western Union. So I was on the phone with my bank. The bank kept declining because you have like a daily balance that you can spend per day. I got it approved. All in all, I was probably in Walmart like 2 hours. But at the end of the day, I had paid off my car. I no longer have a car note, and like, you can't tell me nothing. So that's how I spent the $10,000. Now, then I went ahead and spent $3,000 more because I had 3 credit cards. And let me tell y'all something. If you don't get nothing else from this video, pay something on those credit cards. Do not just say like how I used to do. I used to pay my credit cards off in full. Every month, I would give $800 to make sure my credit card was paid in full. I would spend it up, but I would pay it off every month. And so finances changed, and I wasn't able to pay my credit card off like I normally do. Like, I couldn't get help from my family, and I couldn't pay it myself. So instead of me paying the credit card off, I didn't pay nothing because I didn't know no better. And I thought, why would I pay the minimum payment of $20, $30? Like, what is that gonna do when I done spent hundreds? Child, let me tell you something. I did that for 90 days. 3 times I paid nothing. When I tell you that messed my score up so bad, you talking about another 60 points, 60, 70 points. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this $3,000 and I'm gonna pay off everything. I don't want nobody calling me. I don't want to have the stress of, if I have an emergency, I don't have no way to bail myself out because I don't have no credit cards. And I sat there and I paid off all my credit cards down to 0. So now I have, I'm debt free. I don't have no credit. I don't owe no credit cards. I don't owe any credit cards, and I don't owe on my car. And when I tell you that's the best use of that money I could have ever did. Now let me tell y'all how I spent another $1,000. So I know this video is supposed to be about how I spent $13,000, but we might as well keep going. So I spent another $1,000, right? My homegirl Princess said, look, I know you and you want to shop, but you got to think about your boys. And in my mind, like, if y'all know me, like, for real, Kaden, that little boy been on president's list since he came out the womb. So in my mind, I'm like, college, excuse me, my son gonna have scholarships. And she explained to me that her daughter had friends with, even with 3-point-something GPAs, they didn't get scholarships. It's like now people are giving away sports scholarships. And then the other side of me was like, well, maybe he'll get a disability scholarship for sickle cell, right? So, but at the end of the day, my son good. Now I just got to work on my baby to get him intellectually to where he needs to be. And my friend was like, no, ma'am, that's not gonna work. So what she told me about was something called a bond. So she told me about like the little rates or whatever and how they can change. And at that time in April, they were at, I want to say 6-point-something%. I don't understand a whole lot of, of that in the math. But what I did understand was she was saying by buying a $500 bond now, it will mature. And so by the time Kaden got to college, that could be, I think she said, $10,000 or whatever. And so I did one for my baby and I did one for my son. And again, I had never, if I didn't get like a tax refund check years ago when I was like, not as sick and I could work, I got a tax refund check for $2,000-$3,000. You couldn't tell me not a damn thing. Okay, I went and got the new flat screen TV. I went and got some J's for me and my kid. You know how you do when you get that little check and like you pay some bills, but you shop, because it's like, for me anyway, I can only speak for myself. For me, it's like I had never seen that type of money. But so now to get a huge check, I was like, you know what? When am I ever going to have these type of opportunities? I'm big on, if somebody tell me something, I go and do it. I'm big on the follow through, like heavy on the follow through. And so I said, you know what? It's time to switch up my mindset. I had never thought about saving. Shout out to my little cousin, Brittany. I keep saying little, but look, y'all, I'm proud of her because my cousin is intelligent. She is fine. She the director of communication. Look, let me not do too much bragging on Brittany, but the point is, Brittany has been talking to me for years about saving money, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm the type, if I need something, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get the money for whatever I need, and then I'm good. Like back when I could work, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get the money I need to move, and then I'm gonna stop working. Like, what do I need to save for? I'm good. And I think it wasn't until recently, this birthday, that I realized, no, boo-boo, that's not gonna work. And so I took the rest of my money and put it into savings. I created these bonds for my son. And when I tell you, it is the best feeling ever to know, yeah, I don't have another Louis Vuitton purse, but so what? What's the purpose of having a Louis Vuitton purse, and then 30 days later you got to borrow money to pay a phone bill, or you got a Louis Vuitton purse and then you got a wallet, and then inside that wallet is a debit card to the bank. You go on your banking app and you got $200. Like, you get what I'm saying? No shame to nobody if that's how you live, because that was just me. But at some point you got to elevate. So I guess my takeaway, my advice to you all is, if ever and when you get a chunk of money, do with it the things that's gonna help you to elevate. Do the things that's gonna help you to get to the next part of get to the next place in life. Don't sit around and feel like, oh, this is big money, I'ma always have it. Because one thing about it, you put that money, whether you put it on a debit card or whether you have it in cash, you're going to keep swiping and you're going to keep breaking hundreds. And before you know it, it's like, what do you have to show for that could really be substantial, that could really help you? So I just want to say thank you to my cousin. Thank you to my aunts. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to everybody that pushes me and helps me to see the important things, helps me to, grow. So I hope this video was helpful to you all. And if you were expecting a huge, shopping spree, like that's normally how these YouTube girls, ball out or whatever for their birthday, look, I balled out, but I balled out like an adult, and I'm proud of it. And if anybody is new to my channel, hello, my name is CICELY, and this is According to CICELY. I'm a disabled mom of 2 young boys by way of sickle cell anemia, and I figured it was important to come on here and share my story and let y'all know if I can make it through having to wear where my stuff at, y'all, having to wear fentanyl pain patches and take Percocet around the clock. Look, y'all can make it through whatever is thrown on your path, and we can do with this thing called life together. So I would love to have you follow our journey, follow my journey, and let's be a family. Join ATC gang. Go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, I'ma see y'all one video at a time. We are going to erase the stigma surrounding sickle cell. Until next time, be blessed.